Brett, our teacher of the evening. Give him a round of applause right now, just for the heck of it. Now, I first met him here. Isn't that right? I first met him here. He came in the door and he read, and over the months I got to know him. And of course, one of the things I quickly discovered was that he was a teacher, as I had been a teacher. And so we shared perspectives and told stories back and forth about things we had done and things that are our pet peeves. And we had similar pet peeves, actually. Things haven't changed. But in his poetry, sometimes he really expresses that aspect of our social structure, the teaching structure, what happens to a teacher, with a teacher, in a classroom, with kids, and how the different aspects of a very, very complex circumstance. But to get back to Brett and his writing, he's dramatic, he's exact, he pictures things as they are. It's always good to hear what he has to say. And he has a good, solid voice. It's not like one of these type of people. You hear him, he has something to say, it's worthwhile, and we're going to have a good time right now. I don't know what he's going to do, but it's going to be great. So give him a nice round. As he comes up here, Benson, the amazing. You be good.
Okay. I have short and long stuff. Feel free to clap, or another thing that, if you want. But another thing, too, that I've seen at other meetings and stuff I've done with teaching and other open mics, feel free to also just snap or just wave your hands, like, if you want to as well. Just because, like, it's, yeah, it can be a lot if, going back and forth. So just want to throw that out there. Benevolence is like painting, easy to mimic, treacherous in search of absolute mastery. This first one is called Circles. Foundation for peace of mind. Mind is linear thought. Thought betraying belief. Belief to enact dreams. Dreams showing reason. A reason drawing purpose. Purpose in foundation. Listening. Maintain the ability to listen, my friend, and forgive if necessary. Such is the repetitive nature of mortals, to be absent of rational thought sometimes. We speak in tongues which may breathe poison and chaos into our relationships, our respective surroundings. It may have been an unintentional occurrence. And as we are quick to respond in such times, recall the capacity for human error. Do not react as dogs, who are fast to fight if a confrontation lives near. Exhibit the immortal traits of patience and self-control. A human may be calm when it suits them favorably, but the gods are calm in the eye of the storm. Purposed is such the knowledge that we, as humans, we're great. The key is to never stop trying to be great, to be better than I was yesterday or the day before that. Romance. As colors of light from all streaks of life dance across your glimmering face, I count the sparkles in your eyes to tell me this is such a wondrous place. Air may lead me to breathe, but you cause my blood to race. No matter the time or day, when it comes to your beauty, my soul is longing for your touch, and my heart can never keep pace. Relentless. Walk through the damn fire till the burn shakes your feet to your head, to your very core. For the goal is never to be afraid of the challenge, but to follow courses, no matter how hot those rains may pour. Underwater cages. A whale's world, almost limitless, as far as oceans may travel, and depths of canyons in the Pacific may run. A lifetime of adventures, any opportunities where the waves may roam. But when the giants are set to cages and demanded to perform with rewards and punishments, how can we say that a beast will not rebel against its incarceration? Questions, questions, questions. Speak as you would be spoken to and act as you would be acted upon, I heard once a coach say. How could we not seek to live on such terms, to live in great form as people may have once done in the past or not? When dark clouds have occupied a soul for so long, Why did the heart go so cold? Was it bitterness? Towards whom? Anger had overcome the senses as the 100-year winter in Narnia. How does one cleanse a mentality laying dormant for so long a period of time? By changing the daily routine to create a better world. And damn, that is hard. Create better world by being better, or looking for a better world. What is the nature of existence? What is at the core? How do we get there? Why are we here? Where do we come from? Into the infinite of questions we could read, write, discuss, and contemplate. But will people? Will I? Will the masses attempt to discuss things in order to make a better world? Making observations on the current state of affairs might not allow us to clearly observe what the world wants, as many people do not make decisions independently. Rather, I often follow what the TV tells me to believe. So, in collecting false data, we debate a world based on false premises. How do we really see the world and take the pulse of its people? By living with purpose. How do you make the multitudes come awake from a sleep which has gone on so long that the majority no longer realizes they have been given sedatives called sports to form compliance with authority? Light a fire in their hearts. Create a sense of new hope in the spirit. And show the mind how wondrous a world can be when we explore the biggest, most extravagant questions the mind can conceive of. Question existence. We were not made to be docile. We were made to be thinking, exploring, wondering, curious, inquisitive, debating, beautiful beings, sentient, mythical. I wonder. We are writers from all the right reasons. At least most of us are. Moving the cosmos is a great responsibility. How magnificent the task. How fantastic the possibility. To create anything and everything. Why is a raven like a writing desk? Some have proposed theories. Many have taken guesses. Which is right? Only Carol knew for certain. Shifting paradigms. I was a castaway on an island that had yet to exist in the known discovery of human affairs. My presence alone was enough for banishment, for any who speak in opposition to mainstream thought are ostracized, right, rather than debated. Debate requires facts, and most people do not want to obtain said facts for the simple and dagger-like fear of being stabbed with the acquiring reality we do not know, and the proving the false of our principles we once thought to be solid foundation. Man, sometimes paradigms stab difficultly. Whales in the sky. There were whales in the sky, flying as birds can along currents, in the free air and heights visible to us on the ground. The nighttime sky was blue, a dark, heavy set blue that had seen many trips by flying sentient beings. The forefront whale was also a brilliant shade of blue, cobalt to the sky. He glided effortlessly, as though he was meant to fly and not swim. His friends, thousands of manta rays, flew by his side. There is so much to speculate on, as to note the blue Milky Way, almost like a current in the deep open ocean. The nighttime sky is beautiful, with stars and numerous fellows headed in every direction. A whale, like our friend, is a peaceful creature, almost dancing in the sky. I would love to be in a world where whales appeared weightless in the cosmos. This one is for the young women who I just was thinking about them going into the world that we have with all the things going on and the douchebag of a president we have. Yeah, this is for them. It's called Growing Up. At birth, the colors in her room were pink, red, and purple. At 3 years old, she had the first comment on her clothes made. At 7, she was given a tea set when she really wanted a spaceship. At 9, she had a boy in her grade who would not leave her alone. At 12, she was told by advertisers to start wearing makeup. At 13, she was made fun of for her first natural cycle. At 14, she remembers seeing her friend sexually assaulted out in public. At 15, social media told her to wear less clothes. At 16, she was called derogatory names for either side of her sexual choices. At 17, she was openly made fun of for being good at math. At 18, she saw one woman's small local business owner out of hundreds. And yet, despite the rage that built up, she learned to let it go. She's not listening anymore. She's following her dream. There's an old man around the corner. I don't know his name. I've seen him several times. He's pushing a shopping cart. He has an entire life in 3x4 feet. And damn, whenever I see him and I drive by, I just want to say, I hope I can help you at some point. Because tonight I have a roof. And once again, I still have gratitude. Graduating. I stopped telling my students what to think and started teaching them how to think. Thus, their liberation came by their own minds. This is a work in progress. We'll see where this goes. It's called If You Need to Hear This. If you need to hear this today, you are fine the way you are. And don't take it from me. Take it from the mirror. Look deep down into what you call the soul that's looking back at you. It doesn't matter how big you are, what color you are, what gender you are, what society has labeled upon you. What matters is that you are fucking marvelous. Why is that so significant? Because issues of people saying words that cut deep to others hasn't stopped. And social media has not helped, from my not so humble opinion. I want you to know today that I may not even know you. I may not know your name. We may speak different languages. We may believe in different deities. Hell, we may not know that each other literally exist. But if you need this today, if you need this, just know that if you're being good to yourself and good to others and to the environment, that's enough. That's all you need today. Not to prove something to someone else on the outside, the other. Screw the other for a minute. Go inside, because the divinity, that's within you. And no one can take that shit away. That won't be the first time my students have heard me swear. I get jacked up in class, and they're seniors. They're like, oh, I haven't heard that. I'm like, yes, you have. Don't lie. A couple of haikus. 2012. Snooky's precious child, born December 21st. Hey, Mayans, well played. And the world, yeah, okay. It was funnier 7 years ago. Yeah. A haiku originally called persecute, but now to some people in my family. Jesus taught love, right? Not to hate other people. You got that, douchebag? The Handmaid's Tale is not instructions. Because never mind. Yeah, we don't even need to get there. Yeah, just got really awkward. It's just more fun that way. You know what I do, just as a side, because I'm trying to get the nerves out, when I'm in class and the students are on their phones, because like we're all addicted now, and they're texting and they're not supposed to be, I go up and I say, hey, listen, I know you're trending on Twitter, and I know that you are Justin Bieber's fan club president, but the texting has to stop, because otherwise you're going to drive me mad. And you know what? It usually works. I hope one day that you see yourself the way I see you. Take it for what it is. Just know, once again, that we're here in this time and space, and that's a beautiful thing, because it's over like that. So, eat the piece of cheesecake, walk into the ocean, smell the fresh air on that mountain hike, go through a wildflower meadow, whatever it may be. Happiness, it is possible. It's never very far away. Thank you very much.
Thank you.